As somebody who dated a narcissist for way too long, let me save you the heartbreak and give you 10 red flags you should be looking out for in your next relationship. Number 1, love bombing. They will overwhelm you with attention, gifts, and compliments very early on so that it feels amazing at first, but I promise you, this dream will turn into a nightmare. Number 2, they are always in a relationship. Narcissists can't really handle being alone, so they're constantly hopping from one partner to the next. Number 3, they love to brag on themselves. They're the hero of every story, always bragging about how amazing they are at work, in life, or with friends, if they have any. Number 4 is the constant sob stories. They will tell you how everyone in their life has wronged them just to make you feel sorry for them and kind of stay hooked. Number 5 is their constant need for validation. Compliments, attention, reassurance. It's never enough. And if you're not boosting their ego, they'll find someone who will. Number 6 is they have very few or no long-term friends. People don't stick around because of their toxic behavior, but they'll make it sound like it's always someone else's fault besides their own. 7 is they're gonna try to start isolating you. They will subtly pull you away from your friends and your family until they're your only support system. Number 8 is using your vulnerabilities against you. So anything that you share with them in confidence will be thrown back at you during fights to hurt you.
Sometimes I be having to remind myself that I'm a girl. Not because I be forgetting for real, but it's like when I be seeing certain things, like one person helping push a car somewhere, I be getting ready to hurry up and get out and help. But then I'm like, where are the men? Why at all the men on the street, why are there no men helping push that car? Like, yeah, I do blue collar work. Yeah, military. Yeah, I'm strong. I be gymming. I don't need to be getting out pushing no car. Like, I was waiting like a few more seconds until the light turned green. Cause I'm like, damn, if nobody else is gonna get out and help, like, I'll get out and help. Or if it's like, real, like, not out of the way to go help. But where are the men? Why aren't the men helping push the cars? Make it make sense. Where are the men?
Fellas, you ever hear women say, I am single by choice? It doesn't make any sense. Trust me, I know. By the end of this video, you'll know the truth behind women who say they're staying single by choice. So, the man she desires doesn't want her. She can't find men who earn enough for the lifestyle she wants while still having to work and pay significant bills. This woman is average at best, and the men she thinks she can get when she steps out with her BBL, lip injections, breast implants, excessively long lashes, Japanese cherry blossom body spray, everyday waist trainer, lace front, double chin, and French manicure only care to increase her body count. Be cautious of women who are self-improving. They will continue to bust it open. Once she's qualified for you, she'll have her preferred position, flowers, restaurants, deal breakers, and at least 10,000 followers. So, translation. I'm slutting till Mr. Right comes. See you on the next one.
You're the one that I love.
You want to know why men are staying single? Because for the first time in a long time, men are not settling anymore. Men are gonna go and find a woman that they know they can bring home to their mother, and she would be proud. They're gonna start finding a woman that's gonna love them unconditionally. They're gonna start finding a woman that has her together, her finances together, so he's not consistently having to pay for everything. They're going to try and find a woman that is going to be able to create a safe zone in the house, and they're going to go and find a woman that is worth settling for instead of them having to bend over backwards to impress her and to change themselves to fit her standards. And when any man comes out and says that, he is called everything under the sun. But the reality of it is men setting boundaries is something women need to start getting used to.
Most marriages fail not because they had conflict. Conflict is not what necessarily ends a marriage. It's the attitude of the person with whom you're having conflict. Let me warn those who are singles and are not married yet. Attitude is more dangerous than anything. A bad attitude will make you regret marriage. Marrying someone with a bad attitude is worse than someone piercing you with a knife. Please do not ignore a bad attitude in someone you're about to marry. Don't ignore a bad attitude. Brilliance is not equal to attitude. Attitude is superior to brilliance. Attitude is superior to beauty. A bad attitude will make you forget how beautiful someone is. A bad attitude will make you suddenly lose taste. A marriage you wanted to go into for the next 60 years, a bad attitude can make you lose taste for the marriage within the first 6 months of the marriage. The good things you are doing in marriage or in a relationship will not be acknowledged where a bad attitude is present. When my love becomes that woman, when sweetheart becomes that useless man, it's what's happening in marriages today. And trust me, it's not the devil, it's attitude. It's behavior. The amazing thing is that it's easier to cast out a devil out of a marriage than to cast out a bad behavior. We're talking about little foxes that destroys relationships. Some of the finest looking human beings, soft spoken, some of them are the ones who are little foxes on rampage across their minds. Little foxes are some of the things you call in relationship. Those of you who are in dating, courtship, oh, I saw the red flag. But you know, as it is with all of us in love, when you see red flag, you suddenly become Superman. Don't worry, Pastor, I'm going to fix it. It's just that little area of his life. Red flags, we call them little foxes. They are called love killers. The mission of little foxes is to ruin the love in the relationship. The mission of bad attitude and behavior is to ruin the love in a relationship. That's the mission of bad attitude and behavior.
I would rather be single for the rest of my life than be with someone just for the sake of being with someone. Like, my mates say I'm too fussy, but I just think, why would I choose to spend my time with someone I'm not genuinely excited to see? Someone who makes me sit there questioning pros and cons in my own head about what I actually want from a relationship. And for me, I just think you know. From the minute you meet someone, there's either that spark there, that pull, that desire to want to know more about them, or there ain't. And if there isn't, why the hell would you force it?
You know, I hear a lot of these women with coping mechanisms talk about that men are afraid. They're intimidated by confidence. I want a confident man. I'm confident. I'm strong and independent. I don't need no man. You got to have confidence, ultra confidence, super, uber duper confident. Talk to me. Know what you mean is I need some Tylenol to talk to you. That's what you mean. Because now I have a headache after talking to you.
Okay. How long was your last relationship?
Wow. 4 very long years.
4 long years. Do you mind if I ask why that ended?
Well, he was verbally abusive. He never took me out on dates. And he literally told me I was too much when I was just asking for the bare minimum. And I knew I deserved better, so I broke up with him.
Notice how she said he. This screams red flag to me. She seems to be focused on everything that he did wrong in the relationship and hasn't taken the time to reflect and take responsibility for the parts that she's played. She's likely holding resentment towards him and still has work to do before being in a relationship with a healthy masculine man. Make sure to follow us for the green flag response.
Men are struggling more than ever now. There is a male loneliness epidemic, and as a divorce lawyer, I see it all the time. Men who realize way too late that they have no real support system. They've built their entire lives around a marriage, a job, maybe a hobby or two, but never deep, meaningful friendships. And when the relationship ends, they're left with nothing. Men are lonelier than ever, and it's not just a social media buzzword. Studies have shown that men are losing friendships at an alarming rate, and by middle age, many have no one they can turn to outside of their partner. Meanwhile, women have built entire support networks, group chats, best friends, family they can talk to. So when a breakup happens, women grieve, but they heal. And men, they often spiral. The thing is that men don't just feel lonelier, they are lonelier. They're less likely to reach out for emotional support, less likely to open up to friends, and way more likely to suffer in silence. And that's why you see so many men jumping into relationships they know aren't good for them, because it's not just about love, it's about survival. And loneliness is brutal, and they'll do anything to escape it. If you're a man and your girlfriend is the only person you emotionally rely upon, that's a problem. If your entire support system disappears the moment your relationship ends, that's a problem. Women are not your therapists, and relationships are not replacements for friendships. And if you don't start investing in real, meaningful connections outside of your love life, you'll find yourself stuck in a cycle of isolation, bad decisions, and relationships that feel more lifeless than love. Men, do better for yourselves. Build support systems, build friendships, open up, have real conversations. Because waiting until you're alone to realize you're lonely, that's a pain no relationship can fix.
9 red flags in a relationship. और ये red flags males और females दोनों के लिए. 1. Extreme jealousy. थोड़ा बहुत jealous होना is very very normal. लेकिन अगर आपका पार्टनर constantly jealous feel करता है तो वो controlling हो जाते हैं और वो आपकी लाइफ को dictate करते हैं. कहाँ जाना है, क्या पहनना है, किससे बात करनी है, क्या करना है, सब वो बताने लगते हैं. 2. Low self esteem. हेल्दी क्रिटिसिज्म बहुत ज़रूरी है किसी भी अच्छे रिलेशनशिप के लिए, लेकिन अगर वो आपकी सेल्फ एस्टीम को हर्ट करते हैं, जैसे ये कहना कि तुम बहुत लकी हो कि मैं तुम्हारे साथ हूँ, नहीं तो तुम्हारे साथ कोई रहना पसंद नहीं करेगा, तो ये डेफिनेटली एक रेड फ्लैग है. 3. फ्रीक्वेंट लाइंग. अगर आपका पार्टनर हर छोटी बड़ी बात पे झूठ बोलता है तो आपका पार्टनर पर से भरोसा उठने लगता है और वो आपके रिलेशनशिप की फाउंडेशन को ही वीक कर देता है. 4. बिहेवियर. अब्यूज किसी भी तरीके का हो सकता है, फिजिकल, मेंटल, इमोशनल, वर्बल. और ये रेड फ्लैग मेल हो या फीमेल हो, किसी को भी इग्नोर नहीं करना चाहिए.
A man needs to be admired and a woman has to be adored. If you're a woman who wants to attract a higher quality partner for your dating life and essentially find a husband to marry and have kids with, and you want to be happy with that decision, I'm going to give you a really quick piece of advice. My name is Aaron. I have a community called Always Attracting where I help ambitious women who are trying to feel more empowered and embody their feminine side, and I help them essentially get to that point. If you're interested in that, link in my bio. What's really important to remember is that you need to have standards. And what I want you to do is this. I want you to write a list of all the red flags in a man for you, all the things that you don't want in a man. Make a list of that. Once you make that list, pick like 3 to 5 things that are non-negotiables. Like if he does this, I cannot be with him. Like if he's rude to his parents, if he's not ambitious, if he smells bad, whatever. Pick a couple of things, non-negotiable. So when you see that, do not pursue the relationship. Stop. Immediately tell them, no thank you, I'm not interested. So you put that paper to the side, study that paper, understand what your red flags are, be very clear about it. Then on another piece of paper, I want you to write down green flags. Think about all the green flags, little things, big things, all the things that you really would like to see in a man. He's respectful, he's ambitious, he makes this much money, he looks like this, whatever. And then pick like 3 to 5 non-negotiables. So he has to go to the gym, he has to be ambitious, he has to smell good, again, whatever. Now what I want you to do is I want you to study the red flags, but I want you to keep the green flags in your pocket, like on a piece of paper or on your phone. And anytime you see an opportunity where you're like, kind of like, you have a couple of minutes, I want you to go through that. And I want you to imagine being with a man that has those qualities. How it would feel, how he would make you feel, how you would make him feel, how he would interact in the world. And then whenever you meet a man and you feel like he has some of those green flags, what I want you to do is I want you to praise him. I want you to say, wow, I like that you are good with your family. Show him that admiration because you admire him, right? If he has a red flag, don't even tell him. Just move on. Like you're not his therapist. And you'll notice that once you start doing this, you're going to make the guys a lot happier. They're going to want to be with you more because a man needs to be admired and a woman has to be adored. And when you admire a man for the qualities that makes him admirable, he will naturally adore you. Because men are not used to praise like that. So if you like this sort of advice and you want to be a part of a community of other women who are on the same path as you, trying to get better, more fit, make more money, have more freedom, then follow my page, first of all, go through my content. But if you want that help, that extra support, then join my private community. It's called Always Attracting. And right now, I'm actually offering a 7-day free trial. So if you want to check it out for free, then check it out.
I'm genuinely concerned right now because I'm on Facebook minding my business, and I come across the post talking about it's overly loaded in Houston. So I'm thinking, oh, it's overly loaded, like the ballers is out, money getting thrown, everybody having a good time. No. I see 2 young females in the car pouncing on 2 YNs. What's going on? Your homegirl in the front, you in the back just pouncing, don't give a god dang what's going on. Mind you, I know that line was long as hell. People got their phones out recording, you in the back just pouncing. You don't care, no shirt on, pounce, 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 bounce, bounce that ass up. Y'all don't listen to y'all music, because Usher and Beyonce literally said make love in this club. What the? Hey, that's what the music's saying. But now y'all want to take it outside, and then y'all fishbowl. Who idea was that? And don't blame it on no liquor, because ain't no liquor making me do all that. We gonna wait till we get back to the crib. We not doing this right here. Who idea was that? Tell me now.
The chosen one will be rewarded for remaining single. Let me say that again. The chosen one will be rewarded for remaining single. Everyone is happier when the chosen one is single. Let me tell you something about Solomon. Do you think Solomon had 300 wives based on sexuality? It was intimacy. Solomon was so sought after because he was so empathetic, so understanding, that his spirit was sought after for peace. It's not about sex. The presence of Solomon was peace. It was understanding. There were willing participants, is what I'm saying. So the chosen one will be rewarded, because unlike Solomon, unless the chosen one has that much cattle on 1,000 hills, no one is going to be happy with the chosen one being with one. Everybody's going to say that person ain't good enough. She ain't good enough. This is how Solomon ended up with so many. Solomon wasn't a thirsty person. Those were willing participants. And the chosen one will be rewarded for remaining single. It takes a lot of anxiety away from people when the chosen one is single.
A lot of these ladies, they get mad. Well, I should say that a lot of these modern women, they don't really expect a man to have a standard. That's why when you say something like, what do you bring to the table? That's them being caught off guard by like, well, what do you mean? You should be happy that I'm out here with you. I am happy that you're out here with me. I'm so happy, and I want to continue to be happy. That's why I'm going to ask you what you bring to the table, so we can continue having happy little moments like this.
Having a woman but not posting her is a major red flag. And don't give me the excuse that you're keeping your personal life private. You just don't want other women knowing you're in a relationship so you can keep your options open, which is why you're liking half-naked pics and sliding in their DMs. A committed man in a relationship that's actively posting to social media will willingly post his woman because he's proud to have her and he's proud to show her off. He wants the world to know that that's his woman.
One of the reasons I feel like a lot of people are single nowadays is because everybody is treating everybody like options instead of human beings. You feel what I'm saying? And that goes for women and men. And I feel like a lot of people playing in the streets instead of trying to actually know who somebody is and form a real relationship with somebody. And it's not normal, bro. Like, that's not normal. It doesn't matter how much we normalize it. I just don't feel like that's normal. I know that's not normal. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of people falling for that trap of just having so much people on their phone. You got one person on your phone for this. You got another person on your phone for that. How you ever gonna really form deep-rooted relationship with somebody? You know, how somebody ever gonna really get to know you if you're not vulnerable enough to give yourself to one person and see where it goes? You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they don't want to be vulnerable no more. Maybe love broke them. You feel me? And they want to be in control all the time, and that's why they have so many options. And that's why I feel like a lot of people are single nowadays, because they're not vulnerable enough to figure out what love actually is they're not vulnerable enough to figure out, you feel what I'm saying? Okay, let me be in a relationship with this person and see where it can go. And if you're not vulnerable enough to try it out, then you might be missing out. You feel what I'm saying? So I think for a lot of people, it's just easier to, you know, have a lot of options. But that's keeping people single because it's only filling a void. And it never really gets filled though. Like it's putting a Band-Aid on a bigger problem. You know what I mean? So, I mean, what's your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts below. This is just one of the reasons I think a lot of people are single nowadays. You know what I'm saying? There's many more reasons, many more. I'm not judging nobody. I'm just being honest, and I feel like this options culture is stopping people from forming deeper rooted connections. And I feel like people having a lot of options is also rooted in trauma because they tried to love once, somebody did them dirty, and now it's like, well, I ain't gonna be the one that got dirty. I ain't never doing this love stuff again. I'm gonna do dirty to everybody else because that's the game. You know, there's actually good people out here, but you first have to open your mind up to see that and know that and feel that so you can attract that.
And the only reason that y'all are mad that women keep calling y'all gay is because y'all are gay.
Lady, men are not mad because y'all keep calling us gay. Men call other men gay all the time. The only difference between men and women is that in most situations, we do it when he's actually gay. Y'all do it when you're mad, you're in an argument, something ain't going your way, or to just insult a straight man. And that's confusing to us because y'all always running around here talking about how much y'all love gay men, but y'all always using gay men as an insult to straight men. And please do not sit here and say it's not an insult, because I'm pretty sure every time you get mad at your gay friends, you never try to insult them by calling them straight.
I don't know why the question, why is you still single, still a relevant thing. I feel like the most level-headed people is single because it's just too much. And then motherfuckers be like, oh, it's in the dating pool. At this point, if people out here overly freaky, it's like, it's coming the dating pool. Everybody just want to hump. Or you get somebody's number, it's good morning, good morning, good morning, every morning. What did you eat? What's your favorite color? What? I don't want to do this over again. So you just be like, I'm gonna stay single. It's either deal with all that, right? Go through that multiple times before you find somebody you can actually vibe with, or go back to the you just left from, because it's a little comfortability there. It's a lose. That's why people be single. Oh, you sure better not go on no dating site. Oh my God, welcome to the ghetto. Then you got to do all this small talk, all this to finally meet this to find out you don't even like this for real. You won't even be able to be around it for real. That's why it's just easy to stay single. That's the answer to the question, why are you single? It's easy and it's stressless. There's no stress in this shit.
Research confirms that men don't date for potential and wouldn't give a woman a second look if they don't fit into the beauty criteria they're attracted to. Therefore, please stop dating the potential in a man and start introducing specific criteria as your standards too. Men are picky about your looks, so it's okay to do your due diligence about a man's physical and intellectual competence to provide a financially and emotionally safe space for you and your potential children, especially before making a long-term commitment. Would you date the potential in a man? Let me know your thoughts below.
Some people are meant to be single. Some people are just better off being single. Like me, for example. I'm not saying that I'm one of those people that's better off, but I've been single for 5 years, and it's not like I haven't been trying. I work in divorce law, and I constantly think, man, I bet these people wish they never got married at all. I bet these people just wish that they stayed single. Their life would be so much easier, and there's nothing wrong with being single. Like I said, I've been single for 5 years. You don't gotta deal with no one's shit. You don't gotta answer to nobody. You can do whatever you want, whenever you wanna do it, and that is a great feeling. There is nothing wrong with being single. Where are all my single ladies at?
All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Now put your hands up in the club, just walk up. I'm doing my own.
All right, 3 signs for you to know that God has called for you to be single. Number 1, when you have this deep contentment of just wanting to be alone and spend personal time with God. You don't want a relationship. You don't want to get married. You have no desire to be with anyone but to be isolated and spend quality time with God. Number 2 is my favorite, is when God just sabotaged every relationship you try to get involved in. I mean, unpredictable, unexplained situations just happen. People will walk away from you. People ghost you. You can't even figure out or understand why. You can't find love, why someone want to take you out on a date. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with God. Number 3 is when God just wakes you up at weird hours of the night and you find yourself up all night and God will be speaking to you, ministering to you, giving you revelation. He's called you to something great, and he's not going to leave you alone until you do exactly what he wants for you to do. This is when you know that God has called for you to be single for a season.
You know, a lot of these women I hear, you got to really listen to what these women are talking about, because they'll say stuff like, a man wasn't there emotionally for me. But then don't be there for him either. I don't think these modern women really understand. Like, when you listen to these clips and the scenarios that go on, these modern women are not good partners. They're really not. They're not great. I don't think they understand that. I don't think it might cross their mind. Like, maybe I need to change. Maybe I need to do better. Maybe I need to do X, Y, and Z. But they don't really, like, they don't really truly understand that they're not good people. I mean, you can go to therapy all you want to. You can self-care, self-love. I was watching a lady self-love and self-care for, you know, I mean, she cut out a lot of it, but it was a long video. It was a long video, and I was like, man, I can only imagine. Good for her, but she's wasting a lot of time doing this type of stuff. Not really doing much of anything. Men don't want that type of stuff, man. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense going on. Is really what dating day has become.
So he told me he's been cheating on me. Yeah, clock it. And then he got me a new Louis Vuitton bag.
Oh my god.
And a matching wallet.
The guy that I'm talking to is actually on trial for murder.
Oh my.
So he's like a lawyer.
Yeah.
Clock it.
It's giving Law and Order. He got so mad that he threw a chair through the window.
No.
It's giving interior design.
Right. I want that.
You can't have it. He's mine.
This guy, he tracks my phone.
Neat.
He follows my every location.
Oh,
like
that man does not want to lose you.
He's committed to you.
Look-a here. Y'all keep coming with the excuses. They say 52% of young men say they can't afford to date. Money is now the #1 barrier to finding love. I paused intentionally because the excuses just keep on coming. Why is it that a man can't use his brain and be creative and think of great ways to take a woman out without spending the bank? Because let me tell you something, fellas, if you only taking a woman out that only wants you because you're spending money, that's probably a great indicator in dating that she might not be the one for you. Here in Detroit, we have a Riverwalk where you could take a woman right to the Riverwalk, have a great time, talking about life, talking about goals. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? And that can be probably the most memorable date that you both have ever been on. But you sitting up here trying to have $200 dates for what? If you ain't got that kind of bank, you shouldn't be trying to do that. And if that woman requires that, then she's just not the woman for you. Some of y'all going over and beyond for women that never even wanted you in the first place. If she only with you for a free meal, that's already giving you a clear indicator she's not the one for you. So stop the excuses, stop all the mess. Finances, I understand the economy is bad, but when has it not? Every generation had to deal with the economy, and every last one of them complained about money. So that can't be the reason. The truth is, you're not trying to be creative, and you're probably going after women that don't want you, and that's on you. You have to take accountability, fellas. Just like you say women should too. I love my fellas, but start thinking smart, because if I was a boy mom, I would be telling my son these type of things, and you guys should already know this. So love yourself enough to know. Go out with a woman that really is thinking about a future, really thinking about how she can build. Because a woman that's looking to build, she's not looking to spend all your money on the first few dates. She's looking to actually build with someone that can grow wealth together. Think about it, fellas. Be creative out there. I love y'all fellas, and you know I love my ladies.
Ignoring the red flags in people will cost you later. We all want to give people chances and hope that the thing we saw was just a random occurrence fueled by emotion, but wanting to see the good in people every single time will cost you your energy. Some people are definitely worth working through, but red flags are bold in color and stature, and no matter how we try to see past it, a red flag waves daringly. We identify red with danger, pausing, stopping, assessing the environment before proceeding, and when people show you how they are and who they are, believe that they are being themselves, and you cannot create another version of them because your fallacious what ifs won't create a green flag even if you wanted it to. Everyone isn't bad, but everyone isn't for you, and that's why red flags exist. I love that you desire to see the good in everyone, but pretending that this is not the real reality is something on you. Take the red flag as what it is. Back up and baby, move the other way. Red flags wave daringly, and you see it for what it is. Remember, you can't turn a red flag into a green flag because you simply want to see the good in people.
One tactic narcissistic women use against men. Major trigger warnings, so if you can't handle this, please swipe away. The manipulative tactic is called react. And let me explain, but listen very carefully. When a woman has NPD and she's controlling you, belittling your manhood, blaming you for everything, having extremely hostile arguments and conflicts, it's completely natural for you as the man to react in a certain way, right? In pain, in hurt, and maybe enraged, right? Yelling back at her at times. This is where you're wrong. You cannot have reactions. Reactions happens when she convinces you that because of your negative reactions to her, this makes you into the towards her. She's flipped the table on you without you even knowing. And if this constantly happens, you're trying to change up your tonality, you're walking on eggshells and thinking about the things in order to calm her down next time and not be overreactive, right? I see this a lot in my clients, and it's honestly heartbreaking.
I just recorded a solo podcast episode for you all about red flags and why people see the red flags. We all see them. We are all guilty of seeing the red flags, but we downgrade them to yellow flags and we ignore them and we justify them and we explain them away because of several reasons, which I go into the podcast and talk about the psychology behind why people stay in unhealthy relationships, what it says about our character and what it means for our future and our legacy and our mental health and our spirituality. There's so much at stake when we choose to settle and stay in an unhealthy relationship. I've done it more than once. I'm sure you've done it. And the sad thing is that over 60% of marriages fail because we don't know what the frick we're doing the first time around. And if you're anything like me, you didn't know anything about dismissive avoidant attachment style or addiction or alcoholism, or why people won't stop drinking, even when it hurts their relationship. Or even, I'm going to say the N-word, you guys, I'm going to say it, but narcissism, it's a real thing. You don't have to be diagnosed with it. You can just have a narcissistic personality style, and that is enough to say, get me the hell out of here. I don't want to deal with these lying and these half-truths and withholding information and the fact that you can't take responsibility or accountability. And the fact is you have no empathy. So many games and jealousy. And there's just so much that goes on in a narcissistic style relationship. But we stay, and it hurts my heart. I can feel it in my heart right now. We stay because of several reasons that I lay out in the podcast. I'm not going to tell you, it's secret. Go watch it.
The number one early dating red flag that could protect you from a narcissistically or psychopathically relationship, or honestly a toxic relationship in general, is ignoring your gut or intuitive feeling that there is something off or wrong with this person. Every single victim of narcissistic abuse that I have spoken to has said that they had a gut feeling that something was wrong or something was off about this person. And it's really hard because your intuition typically doesn't scream at you. Although honestly, a lot of the time when we first start to get involved with someone like this, our intuition and our gut is screaming at us and we choose to ignore it. And it is one of the most costly mistakes that you can make. Our intuition has evolved specifically to protect us. That is the entire role of intuition and gut feelings. It is to protect us. And I don't know anyone who has ever been able to say, wow, I am so glad that I ignored that strong gut feeling I had that something was off or wrong with this person. Let me know in the comments if you experienced this. And I also just want to say that if this is you, it's so important to have compassion for yourself and not judgment. Do not shame yourself for ignoring your gut feeling. We are socially conditioned to give the benefit of the doubt. And particularly if you grew up in a narcissistic family system or with some kind of trauma or have been in relationships in the past, as a literal survival mechanism, you had to learn to suppress your intuition and your gut feeling, because your gut and your intuition is screaming at you the whole time. And when you've been in a abusive relationship or grown up in a toxic or an unhealthy household, you can actually become quite dissociated from your body, and it takes practice to be able to tune back into your gut feeling and your intuition again after this type of experience. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissistic educator and a narcissistic relationship recovery coach. Make sure you hit follow and you can book a session with me through the link in my bio.
You know, a lot of these modern women, they wonder why they can't get a man. Well, it's because you don't know what man you want. You change your mind with the trend. That's why y'all are struggling. That's why you can't find a real man, because you're not a real woman. You don't know anything that you want. You don't know what you want, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it. Now those ladies at the rodeo did, from what I'm hearing. I haven't seen the clip yet, but I'm hearing that these modern women out here then gone to the rodeo, men too, some of these young men too, then jumped in that car with the windows down and the lights on and start going at it. Did not stop, even when people were recording them, did not stop. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Wow. I don't want to hear nothing else. Men don't know what they want. They act like this all day. They do this all day, and they play games. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. You guys are out here acting a fool. Yeah, men could probably do better at defining what they want and then sticking to it for sure. But a lot of modern women, heck no, absolutely not.
Nobody told me how lonely being a man is. And I think a lot of men feel this, is we knew what depth felt like before we transitioned. We knew what it felt like to have people want to hug us and to have people want to talk to us and to have a community. And then you transition and you're just a guy walking down the street that people cross the street so that they're not near you. And friendships are so much harder to build. And people are colder. I joke that I had closer friendships with random women I met in the bathroom before I transitioned at clubs because of how open women are than I've had in my 8 years of transitioning. Because women are just so much more vulnerable and deep. But I also now understand why I'd rate is so much higher in men, because it is lonely, and I'm an emotionally mature man. I know how to build friendships, and it is still really, really hard.
I've worked in corrections. I've sat across from dozens of men who killed women. I interviewed them, spoke with them, observed them up close. And here's what most people get wrong. They don't look like monsters. They're not always aggressive. They're not always covered in tattoos. They're not always visibly angry. Many of them are calm, soft-spoken, and polite. Some were educated. Some were well-dressed. Some looked like the kind of man you'd feel safe standing next to. As a society, we stereotype. We see tattoos and think danger. We see a clean-cut man and think safe. But the men I've interviewed had something else in common. Control, a need to dominate, a deep entitlement, an inability to tolerate rejection or loss of control. It wasn't about rage all the time. It was about ownership, jealousy disguised as love, control disguised as protection. And when the control was threatened, that's when things escalated. Danger doesn't have a uniform. It doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it says, I just care about you. Stop judging by appearance. Start watching behaviour, patterns, isolation tactics, how he reacts when you say no. Because the most dangerous men I've sat across from didn't look dangerous. They looked normal. And that's exactly why awareness matters.
The reality is that if you're an East Asian man in America, people don't find you that attractive. Okay, so they did a lot of studies about the dating market in America, and the radical conclusion that they have is this, okay? A white woman, okay, is more attracted to a white man than an Asian man. And how do we know this statistically? If a white man makes $62,000 a year, for the Asian man to be as attractive to her, the Asian man needs to make $300,000 a year. That's a huge, huge difference. In other words, a white woman will be attracted to the average white guy, and she will only be interested in the highest earning Asian guys. Okay? But not only are they making a lot, but these Asian guys are actually at the top of their fields. Because $200,000 in America is actually a lot of money, okay? So you have to be a surgeon. You have to be a top lawyer. You have to be an entrepreneur in order to be attractive to just the average white woman, not even the most attractive white woman. So this is actually a pretty stark situation for Asian men. And so you have a really strange situation where Asian men, East Asian men, did everything right. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. They went to school, worked hard in school, got the best grades, then worked hard at their jobs and did very well in their jobs. But now two things have happened because they follow the rules, because they did everything right. They didn't commit any crime, they're not on welfare, they pay taxes, they contribute to the community. But because of this, two things have happened. One is that they're not able to climb into status positions in America. They're not CEOs. The other thing is that they have problems finding a very good mate, okay? It's easy for them to find someone of their status or below, but it's very hard for East Asian men to actually marry up and improve their status and social economic standing in America.
Hey, look, right, so I'm 30 years old. And one thing I noticed about dating in your 30s, you have two choices. You can either one, be single forever, or two, be a stepdad. But let me tell you something, the older you get, the harder it is to find a woman that's around your age that doesn't have kids. Don't get me wrong, they out here, but it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. But here's the thing though, say if I do find a woman that's around the same age as me that doesn't have kids, we probably ain't having our first kid till like probably 4 or 5 years later. Cause I'm not rushing being a parent. I'm not rushing. I know it's not an easy task. It's like the older I get, the more I realize I'm gonna have my first child at 35. When they turn 10, I'll be 45. By the time they get out of the house, I'll be pushing 60. I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it.
It took me a long time to figure out, but it's not that these women were lying per se. They were just leaving out the most important part, which is they wanted all of these things, yes, but they wanted these things from men they were already attracted to.
Hold on, y'all. We gotta hear this. Please, hold on. Can you say that one more time?
Of course they wanted all those things.
Flowers, the romance, the gifts, the caringness, the good morning text, and you can do it all. What's the most important thing that a woman that wants that, what's the most important thing?
She wants those things from a man she's already attracted to. And you have to think about it. The attraction doesn't depend on those things at all, because she makes the decision unconsciously within the first few seconds, the first few minutes of seeing or meeting you, whether she's attracted, whether she's ever going to sleep with you. And in those first few seconds, those first few minutes, she clearly can't determine whether you're kind, or whether you're loyal, or whether you're sweet, or whether you're romantic. All right? So the attractiveness comes first.
You don't judge a relationship by its best moments, you judge it by its pattern, because even the most unhealthy relationships still have good days. And that's not the proof. The proof is what happens consistently. Do conflicts get resolved, or do they repeat? Do apologies lead to change, or just another reset? Do you feel safe most of the time, or do you feel like you're just bracing for the next shift? Anybody can be amazing on your birthday. Anybody can be sweet after a fight. Anybody can show up big when they feel like it. What tells you everything is the pattern in between. If there's tension, if there's confusion, if you feel like you're walking on eggshells and then there's relief, that is the relationship in a nutshell.
A lot of these women will say that the man checked out. They'll say that he checked out of the relationship, but they'll never notice that he checked out months ago, actually. You didn't appreciate it. And he kept on telling you, hey, I feel like I'm not being appreciated. Kept on telling you that. And that you act like you didn't hear me. That's what modern women do. They don't hear what men are saying until it's too late.